Here are the 4 types of women you should absolutely never fall in love with. If you get involved, you'll waste your time, your energy, and possibly even lose yourself. Many men only realize they chose the wrong woman after years of pain, but I don't want you to repeat that mistake. There are certain types of women you must never allow yourself to be tied to. Once you let them into your life, they will take away your confidence, your freedom, and turn you into a shadow of yourself. In this video, I will show you exactly who these women are, so you can avoid them before it's too late. You might be asking yourself, why take it so seriously? Isn't it normal in love for everyone to get angry sometimes, for everyone to have flaws? Yes, nobody is perfect. But you must clearly distinguish between ordinary flaws and toxic personalities. Ordinary flaws can change over time. They can be balanced out with love and patience. But a toxic personality is different. It repeats over and over. It wears down your spirit every single day. And in the end, it turns the relationship into a burden. What's even scarier is that men often realize this too late. They think, maybe she'll change if I just try harder. Maybe things will eventually get better. But in reality, the longer you cling to it, the higher the price you pay. You lose your time, your energy, your confidence, and even your chance of meeting the right person. That's why identifying these 4 types of women early is the only way to protect yourself. It's like detecting an illness early. The sooner you recognize it, the less damage it causes. And once you see the truth clearly, you will no longer be confused, wondering, am I wasting my time with the wrong person? Because the answer will be right in front of you. Number 1, the one who disrespects and looks down on you. The very first sign, and also the most dangerous one, is when a woman doesn't truly respect you. Disrespect is rarely said directly with words like "you're nothing," but it will show through small daily behaviours. Notice this when you share your opinion. She doesn't listen, she cuts you off halfway. When you offer a solution, she mocks or ridicules you instead of discussing it seriously. When you're with friends, she uses you as the punchline for cheap laughs. At first glance, you may excuse it. Maybe she's just playful, but the truth is, that's not joking. That's an attitude. And this attitude reveals that, in her eyes, you're not worthy of respect. Imagine being in a relationship where every time you speak, you're belittled. At first, you feel annoyed, but then, gradually, you speak less. You hesitate to share, and eventually you start to believe that your opinions really don't matter. That is exactly how disrespect eats away at you, little by little. Love can lack material wealth, it can lack romantic trips, but if it lacks respect, it is rotten from the roots. A woman who truly loves you will want you to grow, to become stronger, to become a better version of yourself. In contrast, a woman who constantly belittles you only turns you into a weaker, dependent, and insecure version of yourself. Men often have the habit of enduring. You think, I'll just let it slide to keep the peace. But the problem is, when you let it slide, you're silently giving permission for the disrespect to continue. And once you allow it, you will gradually lose yourself. The bottom line is this in a relationship without respect. True love cannot exist. If she looks down on you, then no matter how many beautiful memories you share, that relationship is nothing more than a prolonged lie. And here is the warning if you often feel belittled or looked down on in your relationship. That is not a cute personality trait. That is a red flag showing that you are putting your trust and your love in the wrong place. And that's only the first type. There is another one just as dangerous. The woman who talks to you in a rude, crude, and disrespectful way. Number 2, rude, disrespectful communication. A healthy relationship is always built on positive communication. Even when conflicts arise, both people can still exchange opinions frankly while maintaining respect. But if you are in a relationship where every word she says is filled with sarcasm, rudeness, or even insults, then that is no longer love. It is humiliation. Think back to the last time you asked her something. It might have been a simple question like, "Do you want to eat something?" But instead of answering gently, she snapped, "God, why do you always ask such stupid questions?" Or when you shared a plan, "Shut up. Who cares about your stupid ideas?" Sound familiar? Those seemingly fleeting remarks are actually invisible weapons, eating away at your confidence day by day. Men often fall into a psychological trap. Maybe she's just hot-tempered. Then you comfort yourself. She still loves me, it's just her way of speaking that's harsh. But be careful, because when you accept rude language, you are unconsciously putting yourself in a lower position. Communication is the mirror that reflects true emotions. A woman who loves you will know how to express her frustrations without making you feel small. In contrast, a woman who looks down on you will use words like knives, not to solve the problem, but to assert who really has the power in this relationship. For example, when there's a disagreement, a mature woman will say, "Honey, I don't agree with this idea. Can we discuss it more?" A rude woman will scream, "You're always so stupid. You never think at all," the same situation, but two very different ways of communicating, and you can instantly see who truly respects you and who only wants to degrade you. What's even more frightening is that, if you stay long enough, you will gradually get used to the rudeness. At first, you feel irritated. Then, you go silent. And finally, you start to believe I don't really deserve to be spoken to kindly. And once a man loses the belief that he deserves respect, he becomes a shadow, living in fear, no longer a free man. Remember this, a relationship where you must constantly endure insulting words is not love. Love is meant to bring peace, not pain, in every sentence. So, if you notice that you're often treated with a rude, disrespectful tone, that is not a strong personality. That is toxicity, and the only way to protect yourself is to leave before it's too late. But there is an even more dangerous type, not only rude with words, but also wanting to control your entire life, leading us into type 3. Number 3, the one who wants to control you and turn you into a puppet. A healthy relationship requires freedom and mutual respect. But there are women who don't just want to walk alongside you, they want to control you. At first, it may appear very subtle, even making you think, "Oh, she just cares about me." But be careful, because behind that care is often the desire for control. You might hear phrases like, "Wear this shirt. It looks better on you. Don't hang out with that group of friends anymore. I don't like them. Don't play games too much. Just sit here with me." At first glance, it seems harmless. But gradually, it escalates into bigger demands. "You're not allowed to go anywhere without telling me. All of your plans have to be approved by me first. Your career should go this way, not that way." And eventually, you realize you're no longer living for yourself. You're living under the rules she sets. In reality, this is not love. This is disguised power. This type of woman doesn't love the real you. She only loves the sense of control you give her. She treats the relationship like reins, and you are the horse that must walk exactly where she pulls. Picture this: you go out with her. You no longer get to choose the clothes you like. You can't meet the friends you want. Even major life decisions are suffocated by her directives. Do you feel like a man in that relationship, or are you just a puppet, being led around like a pet dog, where you go, where you stand, all decided by her? The dangerous part is, many men mistake this for care in the beginning. You think she loves me. That's why she wants to manage me. But love does not mean ownership. Love does not mean turning someone into personal property. True love gives you space to grow, not chains to trap you. Never forget a mature woman will walk beside you, encourage you to pursue your dreams, and respect your choices. In contrast, a woman who only imposes and controls will turn you into a distorted version of yourself, living according to her will, not your values. And remember, a real man never gives up his freedom just to keep a toxic relationship. You can sacrifice. You can compromise on small matters. But if you must sacrifice your entire self just to please her, then that is no longer love. It is slavery. And then, there is one more type of woman, the type that no matter how hard you try, you cannot change the reality that she simply no longer finds you attractive. Number 4, she no longer finds you attractive. This may be the easiest type to recognize, yet it is also the one most men refuse to accept. Because the truth is harsh if a woman no longer feels attracted to you. The relationship is almost dead from within. Pay attention to the small signals. She no longer wants to touch you. In the past, holding hands or hugging was natural. Now, she finds ways to avoid it. When you try to kiss her, she turns her face away or gives you a quick, indifferent kiss just to get it over with. Your efforts to impress her, from your words, your clothes, to your gestures of care, all fall into her indifference and coldness. At first, you may comfort yourself. She's probably just busy these days. But if that busy lasts for weeks or even months, you need to face the truth she no longer feels attracted to you. This doesn't mean you have no value. It simply means that, in her eyes, you're no longer the man who makes her heart race. And when attraction fades, love slowly fades with it. Many men make a serious mistake instead of facing reality. They cling. They think I just need to try harder. I'll buy gifts, compromise, do everything so she'll love me again. But the cruel truth is attraction cannot be begged for, cannot be negotiated. It either exists or it's gone. Imagine becoming the backup plan in her life. She stays with you not out of love, but simply because she hasn't found someone better yet. You become the temporary replacement, someone to fill the void. Do you really want to accept such a low position? Attraction is not just about appearance. It's also the energy, the confidence, the presence you bring. Once she no longer looks at you with admiration and desire, the relationship has already fallen into a state of clinical death. And the longer you hold on, the more you destroy your own self-respect. A strong man understands this. Not everyone will be attracted to you, and that's normal. What matters is being wise enough to know when it's time to walk away. Because only when you leave relationships where the spark has died will you have the chance to find someone who is truly drawn to who you are. Never forget you deserve a relationship where her eyes always light up when she looks at you. If that no longer exists, then the best thing you can do is let it go. So there you have it. The 4 types of women you should absolutely never love. Number 1, the woman who disrespects and belittles you. She erodes your confidence and turns you into someone small within your own relationship. Number 2, the woman who communicates rudely and disrespectfully. She uses words as weapons to tear you down every day. Number 3, the woman who wants to control and dominate you. She doesn't love you. She only loves the power of making you her puppet. Number 4, the woman who no longer finds you attractive. She keeps you as a backup, ready to replace you once she finds someone else. Even just one of these signs means the relationship stands on shaky ground. And if all 4 appear, then that is no longer love, but prolonged emotional destruction. Remember, true love must bring peace, respect, and freedom for both. If you cannot find those things, then you are in the wrong place. Men, you can make a mistake once. You can fall in love with the wrong person. But the greatest mistake is knowing the truth and still choosing to stay. Don't deceive yourself into thinking she will change. Don't believe that your patience will turn a toxic relationship into happiness. The truth is, the longer you hold on, the more you lose yourself. Remember this. A woman who disrespects you will never learn to respect you. A woman who speaks to you with rudeness will never make you feel valued. A woman who loves to control you will never give you freedom. And a woman who no longer finds you attractive will never love you with her whole heart. So why must you keep sacrificing? Why let your youth, your energy, and your ambitions be buried in a relationship that is already rotten? Trust me, out there are millions of other women who can appreciate you, admire you, and truly love you for who you are. But you will never meet them if you remain stuck with the wrong one. A strong man is not someone who stubbornly endures. A strong man is someone who knows when to let go. Walking away is not weakness. It's knowing your true worth. You deserve a love where you are respected, heard, and desired. And to have that, sometimes you must be strong enough to say enough. I will not allow anyone to turn me into a shadow of myself anymore. If you've made it this far, ask yourself, am I stuck in a relationship with one of these 4 types of women? If the answer is yes, then it's time you make a decision. That decision may be difficult, but it will open the door to a better future for you. Don't forget, true love never takes away your freedom, your confidence, or your value. It should make you stronger, happier, and a better version of yourself. If a relationship cannot do that, then it is not worth continuing. If you found what I shared helpful, hit the like button to support, subscribe so you don't miss the next videos, and comment to share your story. Who knows? Your experience might become a valuable lesson for thousands of other men out there. Always remember, life is too short to waste on the wrong person. Stay strong, know your worth, and choose a love that truly deserves you.